Welcome back to Impact Wrestling in 1988. And I thought this looked cool, so this is what we're using for the backdrop for this episode. But in a pre-show battle, these wrestling with Little Heat, Bull Honda, Little Angel, Little Princess, and Red Typhoon defeat Dangerous Queen, Dynamite Girl, Linda Dallas, and Monster Ripper in 7:58 when Little Princess defeat Luna by pinfall the pile driver. Bull's getting better gimmick, Little Princess getting better gimmick, Red Typhoon's getting better gimmick, Linda Dallas is getting better gimmick, now it's quality and the colour come together match a boost. Red Typhoon 36, Little Princess 38, Little Angel 50, Honda 38, Bull 48, Monster Ripper 47, Luna 39, Linda Dallas 42, Dynamite Girl 36, and Dangerous Queen 52. Little Angel improved in performance, Luna in performance, and Honda in performance 48D+. In a recent pre-show match, the Nasty Boys defeat the Rock and Roll Express 737, Jerry Sykes defeat Robert Gibson by pin with the double DDT. Jerry Sykes 34, Brian Knobs 41, Robert Gibson 61, Ricky Morton 64. Knobs improving in technical 59C. Not too bad. In a pre-show match, Subpar Wrestling, a Little Heat, Sabu, Sylvia Vega, Black Warrior, and El Samurai defeat Conan, Dr. Wagner, Sid Vicious, and Danny Collins in 8:24, and Black Warrior defeat Dr. Wagner by pin for the low blow. El Samurai 36, Black Warrior 38, Sylvia Vega 24, Sabu 44, Danny Collins up there at 50 now, Sid Vicious 24, Dr. Wagner 45, and Conan 39. Conan in performance, Sid Vicious in performance, Dr. Wagner in performance, and Danny Collins in performance. Danny Collins, you'll be getting a push at some point in the near future. 45D. In a future round, decent wrestling, I'm a cheat winning combination defeat the Steiner brothers in 7:52, and Jeff Jarrett defeat Rick Steiner by pinfall. Scott Steiner 55, Rick Steiner 44, Rob Bob Holly 51, Jeff Jarrett 57. No working minutes 55C-. In a feature about decent wrestling, with cheat Archangel, Brian Adams, and Dave Finlay defeated Roy Brookside, Blue Demon Jr. and Al Snow in 8:20 when Dave Finlay defeated Roy Brookside by pinfall the spear. Al Snow 48, Blue Demon Jr. 43, Roy Brookside 41, Dave Finlay 50, Brian Adams 36, Archangel 41. No working minutes 48D+. Then in the pre-show battle, decent wrestling, cheat Eddie Guerrero, LA Park, Owen Hart, and Tornado defeat Terry Gibbs, Taz, Mr. Ooh La La, and LA Park in 8:06 when Tornado defeated Mr. Ooh La La by pinfall. He was the weak link, but that's fine, he's only on thing. LA Park and Jim Cornette have actually coached the team together. LA Park 38, Mr. Ooh La La 20, Taz 38, Terry Gibbs 33, Tornado 42, Owen Hart 61, LA Park 46, and Eddie Guerrero 54. Mr. Ooh La La improving technical and performance. Not bad, Mr. Ooh La La, for a one-night deal. And then we open up with a 60C and we see Bret Hart come down to the ring and he goes, "Last night I climbed the ladder and retrieved this title. I am the world champion. That means we got rid of that lunatic Brian Pillman. Now I am the face that you can be proud of and I'm going to be a fine champion. For 11 months this company's been putting on fantastic shows and in 4 weeks will be our first birthday." And then Pillman comes and goes, "Yes, it's that night I get my title back. I have an automatic rematch clause and Summerversary I'm going to kick your ass." "You see, Brett, this is my title, and last night I was just not quick enough to stop you grabbing my title. Brett, if it's only fair, I picked the match, so you picked the match at Slammiversary." And Brett just looks, Brett has this look on his face like, We've got 1,554 people tonight, which is good. And Brett goes, "Okay, that's what you want? I know. 3-minute Iron Man match. The person with the most points wins. Show me your best." So yeah, we're now heading towards our next big pay-per-view, and I'm going to fucking blow the bag off the board for this one. There is going to be a lot of big style matches. It's one of the big four, so we always go a bit all out for the big four pay-per-view. But Bret Hart versus Brian Pillman will be the main event in a 30-minute Iron Man match. 60C, not bad. In a terrible match, Carl Carmen defeated Ultraman Jr. in 7:03 by pin for the top rope splash. Ultraman Jr. 39, Carl Carmen 18. Carl Carmen improved in performance of 34E+. In a bad decent wrestling below Hate, the Superflies defeated the Brain Damages in 8:14 when Jimmy Ocean defeated Juice Van der Liger by pin for the pile driver. The Great Muta 56, Juice Van der Liger 53, Jimmy Ocean 30, Ricky Knight 27. Ricky Knight performance, it was meant not the Brain Damages were meant to win, so I don't know what happened there. And then we see Jim Cornette in the back, a 73B- from Cornette, and he goes, This is what I was telling you. The House of Cornette stand tall and proud. We hold the tag and the X Division titles. LA Park, fake. Slammiversary, let's do this. The title will not be on the line, but it'll be a steel cage match. The winner will keep the name LA Park. Oh, this is going to be real good. Hopefully you can see why I've done that. I don't want to change LA Park's name, the one who I've been using as LA Park, so I don't really want to change his name. So this will be you know, a non-title match, so that Ali Park can keep his title, but it can be a steel cage match for the name. So there is something on the line, which means something. And this year's lockdown, which will be happening in September, will be having will be doing the lethal lockdown, which is something that TNA did for many years. A lockdown. I know some people didn't like it, but we will be going with the lethal lockdown. I'll have to set it up so I can use it, but I don't know what that match will consist of yet. But there will be a few of the storylines will be in that match. So yeah, Jim Cornette did a massive job, and he's getting better every week. So Jim Cornette is a great person on the roster. In about a decent wrestling below heat, Colonel Crush and Candy defeat Tammy Jones, Lioness, and Americana in 7:15 when Colonel defeated Lioness by pinfall. Candy sustained a fractured cheekbone. Ouch. And the ass quality lifted the match to come together match of boost. Americana 33, Lioness 52, Tammy Jones 35, Candy 41, Crush 55, and Colonel 34. No work improvement. So this is how it will look at Slammiversary. We'll have I've set this up on purpose so this will actually work out. Americana will be taking on Colonel for the Impact title. Let's do that. Americana. Is she champion? Yes, she is. Against Colonel for the knockout, for the World Impact and World Knockouts title. Crush will be in action against Tammy, against Lioness. I don't know what title Lioness holds, but she holds a title. I'm not going to get rid of it. I thought it'd be quite good to use it, so it'll be Lioness against Crush. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Let's have a quick look. So she's the JWPP Openweight Champion. What I'll do is I'll change that to be the Impact Openweight Championship. I know that doesn't make sense in this company. And then we've got Tammy, I'll think of something for it. Tammy Jones will be defending her belt against Colonel against Candy, and that will be the 3 women's matches for Slammiversary and all 3 of the women's titles. We've got enough women to be able to have these titles, so I'm not going to get rid of them. 49D plus, I want the women's division to be one of the more interesting divisions. And stood in the back, he goes, "So you beat me. Well done, Sting. You proved yourself. But in the process, pissed me off. One more match live at Slammiversary. Last man standing loser leaves Impact Wrestling for good." So yes, my friends, last man standing match will be on and the loser of this match will leave Impact Wrestling for good. That will be the Stinger taking on Big John Studd, and the loser leaves Impact. Ooh. No work in progress, but a 53 easy minus. In a decent match, Sting, Scott Hall, and Doink the Clown defeat Big John Studd, Brian Pillman, The Undertaker in 7:41 when Doink the Clown defeated The Undertaker by pin for the Northern Exposure. In terms of ring work, Brian Pillman's head and shoulders were up, so 68C+. Doink the Clown 50, Scott Hall 58, Sting 56, Undertaker 43, Brian Pillman 77, Big John Studd 49. The Undertaker in Performance and Big John Studd in Rumble 68C+. And then we see Booker Mr. T come out and he's debuted his sucker gimmick. He's got on a train of average. "It is me! It is I, Mr. T, fool! And I am here to help Jesse run this goddamn company because he cannot do it alone. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of me, sucker." So yeah, Booker T returned and he actually agreed to come and work for us. So it's only at 74B minus. Not bad. And about some pro wrestling, a little heat. The Nightmare Lords defeated the Wild Raiders in 7:53 and Damien 666 defeated Norman Smiley by pinfall with a powerbomb after Jim Cornette in third. The Nightmare Lords make defense number 1 of their World Tag Team titles. Norman Smiley 32, Steve Blackman 39, Toroko 32, and Damien 666 30, and Taruka improved performance. See, we've got a lot of years with these sort of wrestlers at the moment where, you know, we can build them up. And that is the match we're going to be going for at Thingamy, because that's the match we want to go for. So Nightmare Lords will be taking on them for the Tag Team Gold live on Slammiversary pay-per-view. In about a decent wrestling on cheat, Cactus Jack defeated Shane Douglas in 8:26 by pinfall. The pile driver. Shane Douglas 44, Cactus Jack 49. No work from his 50D to D+. Cactus Jack comes down to the ring. Cactus Jack stands in the ring after. I just used this and forgot to edit it. So Cactus Jack stood in the ring and he's basically celebrating his victory. And then the Cactus gets reeled down by a load of druids in hoods. And as he's talking, he goes over, opens it, and the Undertaker pops out and grabs him. Cactus Jack gets beaten up, but he can escape before the Undertaker can put him in the casket. Yes, I've been building this up over the past few weeks leading into The other pay-per-view as well, because I bet many of you have been wondering where this is going. It'll be Cactus Jack taking on the Undertaker in a casting match live on pay-per-view. 32E plus. A video plays hyping up Bret Hart versus Vader in our main event of 71C plus. In the battle, had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Bret Hart defeats Vader in 21:39 by submission and sharpshooter. Bret Hart makes defense number 1 of his Impact World title. Vader 53, Bret Hart 68. No work improvements. We're still going to be building him up. The next week on TV, Bret Hart said he's going to be a fighting champion, and every week he'll be defending that belt on TV. And next week he's going to have one of his biggest opponents, and he's going to be taking on Big John Studd for the title. Also next week, by commission of the defense attorney, every LA Park has to defend his title, and he'll be defending that title against a man who has made his name felt in the company against Taz. The X Division title will be on the line against Taz. Also next week, Americana will be turning her belt against Linda Dallas. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do all the matches I want to do next week, so I'll try it. If not, some of them might go on the pre-show. Lioness will be taking on Luna for her title, and then also in the women's division we'll have the main match of the night will of course be Tammy Jones defending her beautiful Impact title against the Dynamite Girl. That's all going to be live next week, but we're not finished yet. We've got one more title. It's going to be Championship Night of Champions live on Impact Wrestling. That's what it's going to be called. The Nightmare Lords will be in action, and they will be taking on the Rock and Roll Express, the team that keep getting annoyed with me because I keep booking them to lose. They were the first champions, if I remember rightly, were they? They're the people who lost their titles at Title History. No, they weren't. Who did our team beat, or were they just crowned the first champions and we haven't had this done before? Let's just see. Nightmare Lords, Impact World Tag Team titles, match history. Nightmare Lords defeated Supersize. Yeah, so they hadn't had a champion before then. That's fine. That's fine. So yeah, the Rock and Roll Express will get a chance to get the titles on Championship Wrestling next week. It's Night of Champions next week on Impact. 68C plus, increased our popularity in 11 regions. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you again live for next week's Impact Wrestling special edition episode, Night of Champions. We'll see you live for that very soon. Welcome back. 1,599 people at the Expo in Madison Square Gardens. Holds 2,000. This is going to be our home for the future. In a pre-show about Decent Wrestling, Little Heat, Red Typhoon, Bull, and Little Angel defeat Dangerous Queen, Monster Rip, and Candy in 7:44. In Typhoon defeat Candy by people running free. Little Angel 58, Bull 54, Red Typhoon 37, Candy 34, Monster Rip 56, and Dangerous Queen 59. Little Angel Food and Rumble and Monster Rip in Performance 57C minus. Not a bad match. In a pre-show about Decent Wrestling, Little Heat, the Steiner Brothers and the Brain Damages defeat the Superflies and Nasty Boys in 8:27 when Juice von der Liger defeated Joseph Jimmy Ocean by pin for the Liger Bomb. Great Muta 56, Juice von der Liger 52, Scott Steiner 54, Rick Steiner 45, Jay Stakes 36, Brian Knobs 40, Jimmy Ocean 28, Ricky Knight 30, No Work Rings 51D. Plus, in a feature about Decent Wrestling, Little Heat, Colonel and Crush defeated Honda and Little Princess on 7:33 when Colonel defeated Little Princess by pinfall. Crush carried the match in terms of ring performance. Little Princess 40, Honda 40, Crush 55, Colonel 36. Little Princess is improved in performance, but she's also getting better at gimmick. In a feature about Sub Pro Wrestling, Little Heat, Steve Blackman, Norman Smiley, Al Samurai, Black, Rory and Solly Vega defeat Jeff Jarrett, Bob Holly, Carl Carmen, Connor and Sid Vicious in 8:17 when Steve Blackman defeated Sid Vicious by pinfall. Solly Vega 30, Black Warrior 39, Al Samurai 41, Norman Smiley 34, Steve Blackman 37, Sid Vicious 30, Conan 41, Carl Carmen 25, Bob Holly 46 and Jeff Jarrett 46 and Noah Collins 43D. In a feature about Decent Wrestling, WMG, LA Part 2, Blue Demon Jr. and Al Snow defeat Archangel, Danny Collins, Brian Adams. In 7:39 when Blue Demon Jr. defeat Brian Adams by pin for the Ace Crusher. Al Snow 47, Blue Demon 43, LA Part 39, Brian Adams 36, Danny Collins 48 and Archangel 41. Archangel in Rumble, Blue Demon in Technical and LA Part 2 in Performance 48D+. In a She Show battle, had decent wrestling, but not much heat. Dr. Wagner, Eddie Guerrero and Shane Douglas defeated Ultimate Jr., Sabu and Robbie E. Brookside in 8:30 when Eddie Guerrero defeated Sabu by pinfall and Frog Splash. Eddie Guerrero was head and shoulders moments. Robbie Brookside 40, Sabu 46, Ultimate Jr. 38, Shane Douglas 43, Eddie Guerrero 56, Dr. Wagner 44. No working rooms for 52D+, and I will be announcing next week's main event for Impact. Eddie Guerrero is going to be getting a huge opportunity when he takes on Bret the Hitman Hart. I know he's a mid-carder, but he's a great in-ring worker, and I think that's going to be great for him to do. So that'll be our main event next week. And 43D to open up tonight, but I thought this, this will be the great... Hold on a minute. What the hell are you? Can you go away? Thank you. So, Cactus Jack comes down and goes, Mr. T and Jesse have made our final match in 3 weeks at Castle Match, and that's fine. I'm going to put you in your stupid casket. This company's been here for nearly a year, and we get better each and every single show. Undertaker, no matter how much you'll think you're going to win, I'm not scared, and I just don't like you surprise attacking me. Oh no! My Undertaker will lock you inside the casket. When he taps on the casket, they pushed out. You see, I built this casket for you, and it's going to be locked. You're going to be locked inside of it, and then you're going to be buried beneath the ground in our graveyard. Oh yes, you're going down. But this Jack jumps out of the ring and starts attacking Undertaker and smashing his head against the casket. He opens it, put Taker in it, and they're on top of the stage set we've got. He puts Taker in the casket and runs the casket off the stage. He smashes in pieces. But the Undertaker just sits up, and then Jack makes a run for it as Paul stands there laughing. So yeah, basically Undertaker's just gone flying off our stage in this casket, and smashed pieces around him, and he's fine. He's just sat up with the through the rubble. Of course, it would be a stunt bump. It'd probably have some cushioning in it or something to help him do it. But there you go. In a battle, decent wrestling, Will Heat Lioness defeated Luna in 7:59 by Pivotal Tower Heck Bomb. Lioness makes defense number 3 of her Impact Knockout International title. Luna 40, Lioness 48. Luna improved in flying and performance, 50D+. In the battle, decent wrestling, but Little Heat, LA Park defeated Taz in 7:34 by Pivotal Sky Twister Press. LA Park makes defense number 1 of his Impact X Division title. Taz 39, LA Park 49. No working improvements, 50D+. LA Park celebrating his victory when number 2 runs in and beats him down to the mat, or LA Park fake, as Jim Cornette calls him. Then in a decent match, the Nightmare Lords defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 8:04 when Damien 666 defeated Ricky Morton by Pivotal Powerbomb. Nightmare Lords make defense number 2 of their World Tag Team titles. Ricky Morton's getting better his gimmick. John Oak could do good work at ringside. Torreco is getting better his gimmick. Rob Gibson 64, Ricky Morton 61, Torreco 42, Damien 666 39. Torreco improving in performance at 61C, a beautiful tag match. And then we see Dave McLean, who will be leaving the company after tonight, and I'll be getting a better backstage interview. And Sting standing there goes, last man standing. And the loser leaves Impact. You see, stood, that's great, but I'm not leaving. These fans in my life, I've put my career on the line to help Impact grow. So tonight you get a world title shot, and I'll sit at ringside and watch your match. 51D+ from Sting, not bad promo actually. In a decent match, Brian Pillman, Vader, Owen Hart, The Undertaker defeat Cactus, Sting, Skull, and Doink the Clown. In there, so when Brian Pillman defeated Doink the Clown by pinfall, leaping for Steve Marriott. Brian Pillman's head and shoulders by knots. Doink the Clown 43, Sting, Scott Hall 55, Sting 52, Cactus 48, Undertaker 40, Owen Hart 56, Vader 54, Brian Pillman 69. The Undertaker in performance and Owen Hart in Rumble 57C-. And then Jim's in the back and he goes, the House of Cornette stand tall tonight. And once again we keep the belts. We have hold on Impact. Missy T, you see this? You see this? They are your worst enemy. They work for me, not Impact. And if you want to put them in the match without asking me first, then me and you are going to have a problem. In a poor match, Americana defeated Linda Dallas in 8:01 by pinfall. Americana makes defense number 2 of her Impact World Knockout Tag Team titles. Linda Dallas 43, and Americana 34. No working with 43D. Then in a bad Super Wrestling and All Heat, Tammy Jones defeated Dynamite Girl in 8:11 by pinfall. She makes defense number 6 of her Impact Knockouts title. Dynamite Girl 40, Tammy Jones 35. Dynamite Girl improved in performance of 42D. Video plays hyping up the main event. 64C. In about that good heat and decent wrestling, Bret Hart defeated Big John Studd in a submission match with a sharpshooter Bray Wyatt makes defense number 2 of the Impact World title. Big John Studd 47. Sting 68. Big John Studd was visibly tired towards the end, but he's improved in performance. 64C. Bret Hart celebrates victory in the ring when Brian Pillman runs in, attacks and beating Bret Hart down to the mat. Bret Hart's getting better of his gimmick, and the Impact World title storyline is fantasy segment with Lost Heat, which ends the show with 54C minus, and we get a 62C. Can't complain with that. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week live from the Madison Square Garden Expo, as we are now 2 weeks away from Slammiversary. As we get closer and closer to what is going to be the greatest, best way of saying this, the greatest, if I keep shouting and get it up there, can I tone this down by doing that? I don't know how it works. Anyway, welcome back to Impact Wrestling. We're 2 weeks away from our greatest show yet. Of course, that's Slammiversary. And I appreciate about a decent wrestling over cheat Kenta Kabushi, the Steiner Brothers and the Rock Boys supposed to be Takushi Kawada. The Nasty Boys in the ring combination 8-4 and Kenta Kabushi defeated Takahashi Kawada by pin of the Orange Crush. No gimmick needed above average. Iceman gimmick above average. Rob Gibson 58, Ricky Morton 56, Seth Steiner 52, Rick Steiner 45, Kenta Kabushi 46, Tatsumi Kawada 54, Bob Hardy 48, Jeff Jarrett 45, Jerry Saggs 33, Brian Knobbs 41. Jerry Saggs in performance, Rick Steiner in Rumble, and Rick Steiner in performance. So 54C minus. Beautiful. In a terrible pre-show match, Kyle Karma defeated Sonya Vega in 801 by pin of the top rope splash. Sonya Vega 36, Kyle Karma 22, no working moments. In a pre-show match, Pro Wrestling a Little Heat, Conan, Sid Vicious and Dr. Wagner defeated Sabu, Al Samurai and Sunji Takanori, when Dr. Wagner defeated Al Samurai by pin of the Death Valley Driver. Sunji Takanori 31, Al Samurai 39, Sabu 49, Dr. Wagner 46, Sid Vicious 30, Conan 30, Conan proved in Rumble and Flying at 46D. In a pre-show out, decent wrestling, Little Heat, Red Typhoon, Little Angel and Bull defeat Candy, Dangerous Queen and Monster Whip in 759, when Bull defeat Candy by pin of the Guillotine Leg Drop. Little Angel, Bull 55, Little Angel 57, Red Typhoon 37, Monster River 55, Dangerous Queen 59 and Candy 37. Candy's injured as well, but Red Typhoon improved in performance of 58C minus. In a feature out, decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Scott Hall and Rowan Brookside defeated Dave Finlay and Owen Hart in 735 when Scott Hall defeated Dave Finlay by from the Razor's Edge. Robbie Brookside 41, Scott Hall 59, Owen Hart 57, Dave Finlay 48, Noah Quiz 58C minus. In a feature out, decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Shane Douglas, John Tent and Tornado defeated Ultraman Jr., Taz and Sting in 801. When Jen Tent defeated Ultraman Jr. by pin for the Earthquake Splash. Sting 56, Taz 37, Ultraman Jr. 38, Tornado 40, John Tent 35, Shane Douglas 48, No Workman's 49D+. We open the night with a 75B minus. So Jim Cornette's in the ring with his gathering and he's like, "This, my friend, is what you've been missing. The House of Cornette and 2 weeks live in Slammiversary. My boys have had their confidence, have had their matches confirmed. And LA Part 2 will lose his name. And that's why I'm out here. My boys work for me. And this shit of a company, the only reason this company has not gone down is because of me and my boys. And we are Impact, and this show could be the House of Cornette." And then Mr. T hits, music hits, and he goes, "We should have had enough of you." And so is Jesse. The only reason we agreed to the cage match is so you don't interfere in that match. This company has grown because of the people who come out here every week and fight. Now, as my champions are in the ring, they fight. In this ring, they're fighting. And they will be next in a 6-man tag team match. And if you don't like it, give me them belts and leave Impact Wrestling for good. And Jim's like, "Fine, have it your way, but this is not going to end pretty for you. Remember, I hold the poker hand right now." And Mr. T goes, "Because of that, you're going to sit with Jesse and not move until the match is finished. And next week, you're suspended." Jim Cornette didn't prize well throughout the segment. Now quality and the colour comment's going to match a boost. The Impact is finished storyline time segment gained heat. Damien 66 is improving acting. Nice. 75B minus. In a bad surprising little heat, LA Park 2 and the Wild Raiders defeated the House of Cornette, Damien 66, Tariq and LA Park. In 738, when LA Park defeated Damien 66 by pin for the Sky Twist Press. LA Park 45, Tariq 42, Damien 66 40, Norman Smiley 33, Steve Blackman 40 and LA Park 38. LA Park improved in performance. In a terrible match, the Superflies defeat the Force of Natures in 704 and Jimmy Ocean defeat Mr. Ulala by pin of the Power Driver. This is a new team. I've brought these two in because they did really well when I've had them on the show. So I brought them in permanently. I've tagged them up and hope it works. Jimmy Ocean's getting better his gimmick. Terry Gibbs is old school face below average. Mr. Fumbe face average. Now it's quality in the colour commentary going to match a boost. Jimmy Ocean 30, Ricky Knight 32, Mr. Allard 22, Terry Gibbs 33. No work commitments. They're going to be changed to the Unlikely Pair. That will be their tag team name. 60C for Pillman, and I did say David McLand's going to be released, and I forgot about that, so I didn't get around to it because there's a lot more going on. I thought you was leaving. Oh well, Brett, I'm so excited about our match. I've been training hard. The doctor says I'm fine to fight. It's time for you to lose my title. It is my title, and it's coming home to me. My baby is coming home to me. So he's a bit more deluded than we thought. In about a decent wrestling below heat, Gentro Torino defeated Ricky Kushi in 8:19 by pivotal powerbomb. Ricky Kushi 61, Gentro Torino 55. His debut is legend above average. Ricky Kushi gimmick Genkru Torino badass average. Grinko Torino in Rumble 64C, not a bad match for them two actually. Sting and Big John stood out a massive backstage brawl. In about a decent wrestling below heat, Colonel Crusher Dominator Girl, Linda Dallas and Luna defeat Tammy Jones, Little Princess, Lioness, and Honda and Americana. It's every 3 when Linda Dallas defeat Honda by pinfall. Luna in performance, Americana in technical, and Linda Dallas in performance. Americana 34, Honda 38, Lioness 54, Little Princess 40, Tammy Jones 35, Luna 41, Linda Dallas 41, Dynamite Girl 39, Crush 57, Colonel 34. All improved, and I've done the improvements. The video hypes up the castic match at Summerversary. In about had decent wrestling with Diamond Cheek, Juice and Wonder Liger defeated The Undertaker at 7:48 by pin for the Liger Bomb after distraction from Cactus Jack. Liger 52, The Undertaker 44, The Undertaker improved in performance, 52D+. In about had decent wrestling with Diamond Cheek, The Great Muta defeated Vader in 8:55 by pinfall. These two have great chemistry in their performance. The Great Muta 53, Vader 53. Muta improved in Rumble. So both Juice and Liger and him have been pointed out as future stars. In above had decent wrestling, had good wrestling and decent wrestling card. Bret Hart defeated Eddie Guerrero in 21-13 by submission sharpshooter. And he defends number 3 of his Impact World title. Eddie Guerrero 58, Bret Hart 66. No work improvements. And at IW Summerversary, I think Eddie Guerrero is actually a face. No, yeah, he's heel. And then next, after what he proved to me this week, after the great match he did, he will get to face Bret Hart for the world title next week. And I've done that for Summerversary, which is not what I wanted. I want that to be on Impact Wrestling TV. Thank you. 67C+, and then of course Brian Pillman comes out and beats him because he's done every week. Next week's the go home show, but in a post-show battle at Decent Wrestling Number Cheat, Big John Studd won a Battle Royal in 2026. The other members of the Final Four, Brian Pillman, Doing the Clown, Blue Demon Jr., and with Brian Pillman being the final elimination, Brian Pillman got the most matches over the course of the match. The great performance Brian Pillman stood out, Blue Demon Jr. improved performance, 44D, just to get everyone on the card. 65C, I don't know if that's one of our better shows, but ladies and gentlemen, 1,723 people this week. We'll see you live for the go-home edition of Impact Wrestling before Summerversary. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. We had some sort of issue then. Basically I fucked this bit up, but yeah, contract signing, Mindy Pillman, whatever, we're not having that match. Let's just move on. 696 people. I'm not doing a pre-show or post-show tonight because everybody's going to appear at Summerversary. In above, I didn't have a decent wrestling with Treat Shane Douglas tweet, Cass Jackson 41 by the pile driver. After the distraction from The Undertaker, Douglas 44, Cactus Jack 49, no work remains 51D+. In a decent match, the Rock and Roll Express defeat Nightmare Lords in 7:40 when Tariq was counted after being attacked by Norman Smiley. During the match, we also had Steve Blackman attack Damien. Dream Cornette wasn't at ringside. Rope Good 61, Ricky Morton 63, Tariq 42, Damien 666 42, Damien 666 improving performance. Nice, 58C-. Mr. T is shown backstage talking on his phone to someone. Who that someone is a mystery, but it sounds intriguing. And then we have a women's match. Decent wrestling, but Heat Crush, Dynamite Girl and Luna defeat Red Typhoon, Little Princess and Honda in 8:12 when Crush defeated Little Princess by pinfall the running 3. Honda 43, Little Princess 40, Red Typhoon 37, Luna 42, Dynamite Girl 41, Crush 54, Luna improved in performance of 49D+. Cactus Jack vs. The Undertaker hype for this Summerversary. An extremely short match, Vader defeated the Great Muta in 3 minutes 48 by pinfall powerbomb. Vader 56, Grey Muta 54, no working limits, 57 C minus. Big John Studd and Sting have a heat conversation but don't come to blows. I should really be booking the rematch for Slammiversary because we've got Victory Road coming up next. The Great Muta rematch against Vader. There is also going to be a special contest at this show that is going to impact the company. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off, but I'm hoping I'll be able to pull it off, so that will be happening. That will be the main event, so hopefully some of us will be 4 hours because of it. But in about that decent wrestling, we don't have a cheat. Ricky Kusha defeated Archangel in 803 by pinfall. Rikusha 54, Archangel 37, no work improvements. He's also getting better his game back, and these two don't seem to click. They made for an awkward battle, 51D+. In a decent match, LA Park 2 and Sting defeat LA Park and Big John Studd in 735, and Sting defeat LA Park by pinfall. Sting 56, LA Park 40, Big John Studd 52, LA Park 48. No work improvements, but it's just nice to see. And then Bret Hart versus Genko Torino. In about that good heat and decent match of crowd, Bret Hart defeated Genko Torino in 21:53 by submission sharpshooter. Bret Hart main event number 4 of his Impact World title. Genko Torino 59. He's also getting back to Bret Hart 68. No work improvements. I don't actually have to pronounce these names, so there you go. And then Bret Hart and Brian Pillman have a huge conversation backstage, but don't come to blows. End the show. 64C, not bad. We'll see you guys at Slammiversary. Yay. We are back. We are live. We are uncensored. It is time for Slammiversary, my friends, and I am so pumped for Slammiversary. 3,000 people. We have sold out the Staten Island Pavilion tonight. And in a pre-show about our decent wrestling, but little heat. Tetsuya Kurada defeated Sabu. And 7:31 by pin for the backdrop driver. Sabu 44. Tetsuya Kurada 54. He's getting better his gimmick, which is nice. 53 C minus. In a pre-show about Supply Wrestling, little heat. The Force of Nature defeated the Nasty Boys in 13:52. When Terry Gibbs defeated Jerry Sags by pinfall. Mr. Ulala 25. Terry Gibbs 33. Jerry Sags 37. Brian Knobs 42. Terry Gibbs in performance. 40D minus. In a pre-show about decent wrestling, but little heat. Genshu Tsunoyo. Blue Demon Jr., the Great Muta, Juice from the Ligo, and Al Samurai defeat Dave Finlay, John Trento, Conan, Sid Vicious, and Tornado in 15:05 when the Great Muta defeat Dave Finlay by pinfall. M Samurai 37, Juice from the Ligo 53, the Great Muta 59, Blue Demon Jr. 44, Jinkaro Terrenio 58, Tornado 41, Sid Vicious 30, Conan 44, John Tent 33, and Dave Finlay 48. Gino Crane turning proven technical, John Tent in technical, Great Muta in Rumble, South Samurai in Rumble, and Tornado in Rumble 49D+. In a pre-show ad, decent wrestling, little heat, Dangerous Queen, Dynamite Girl, Linda Dallas Luna, and Monster Ripper defeat Bull, Honda, Little Angel, Little Princess, and Red Typhoon in 14:44 when Luna defeated Little Angel by pin for the Lunar Eclipse. Monster Ripper 54, Luna 42, Linda Dallas 42, Dynamite Girl 40, Dangerous Queen 57, Red Typhoon 37, Little Princess 39, Little Angel 57, Honda 42, and Bull 55. Honda improving in Rumble, 53 C minus. Are you ready? Slammiversary is about to get underway. Tonight is 1 year of action, and we're going to open the wounds wide. We're going to kick off the night with a huge Golden Rumble. The winner gets a shot at the champion of the Bound for Glory. I don't know why I put at Royal Rumble. That makes no sense. We have so much tonight, but this has been a great year. Look at this. And then we're showing like really quick clips of the past year of certain matches that stand out and stuff. And now Impact Wrestling presents to you Slammiversary. And Jim goes, welcome. We're not going to sit here and gloat. We're not doing pyro. 6 months was given to Jesse's company, and here we are 1 year later and going strong. And just goes, tonight we give you what you've asked for. For our own version of the Royal Rumble. It is a Golden Rumble, and that match is now 54 C minus. Beautiful. Let's get into the opening match of the night. A 60 C plus, which did better than I thought it was. In a battle of decent wrestling, but didn't cheat. Owen Hart won a battle royal in 89 minutes 56. The other members of the final four are Sting, Kyle Karma, Big John Studd, with Sting being the final elimination. Big John Studd got the most elimination over the course of the match, and the Undertaker set the record for surviving the longest. I set all that up before doing this match. But it was 30 men: Al Snow, Archangel, Big John Studd, Black Warrior, Blue Demon Jr., Brian Adams, Cactus Jack, Danny Collins, Doink, The Clown, Dr. Wagner, Eddie Guerrero, Jinky Tenona, Kyle Karma, Kenta Kabushi, Ali Park 2, Owen Hart, Rikai Kushi, Ray Brookside, Sabu, Sylvia Vega, Scott Hall, Shane Douglas, Shinjiro Takanari, Sting, Taz, The Undertaker, Tiger Mask, Ultraman Jr. and Vader. Big John sustained a hip injury. That's fine, he's going off for 6 months after tonight. Shinjiro Takanari is getting back his gimmick. Tiger Mask 2 debuted his Message Door realistic gimmick. Scottish report, and that's quality in the colour commentary and match boost. Load of storylines continue. Shane Douglas and Techno, Sting and Techno, Rikai Kushi and Techno, Archangel and Rumble and Performance, Blue Demon Jr. in Performance, Brian Adams in Performance, and Black Warrior in Performance. 60C, that match did 10 times better than I thought it would. In about that, decent wrestling, but little heat. Lioness defeated Crush in 8:04 by pin for the Tower. Heck, Bomb. Lioness makes defense number 4 of her Impact Knockouts International title. Crush 57, Lioness 56. Crush improved performance. The women's division is being cut back tonight. After tonight, I'm going to be releasing a load of people. In about that, decent wrestling, but Cheat Ali Park 2 defeat Ali Park in a 1v1 cage match in 14-13 by pin for the Sky Twist Press. Ali Park 47, Ali Park 2 37, Ali Park improving performance. And he will now change his name, and he will be the actual Ali Park. He's going to become the Devil Master. In a bad Subpar Wrestling, Low Heat Americana defeat Colonel in 8-11 by pinfall, which makes defense number 3 of her Impact Knockouts World Title. Colonel 38, Americana 31. No recommends 39 D-. In a bad decent wrestling, Madame Cheat, the Rock and Roll Express and the Steiner Brothers defeat Winning Combination and the Superflies in 7:58 when Ricky Morton defeated Jimmy Ocean by pin for the Flying Fist Drop. Scott Steiner 56, Rick Steiner 45, Robert Gibson 57, Ricky Morton 58, Jimmy Ocean 31, Ricky Knight 33, Bob Holly 44, Jeff Jarrett 46, Jeff Jarrett improved performance of 53 C-. In a Barrett Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, the Nightmare Lords defeated the Wild Raiders 15-29 when Damien 666 defeated Steve Blackman by pin for the Powerbomb. The Nightmare Lords make defense number 3 of their Impact World Tag Team titles. Norman Smiley 32, Steve Blackman 35, Terekio 40 and a Demon 666 39. Terekio improving performance of 41D. In a poor match, Candy defeated Tammy Jones in 8:14 by pin for the Candy Drop. Candy wins the Impact Knockouts title. Candy 40, Tammy Jones 33. No recommends 40D-. In a decent match, Sting defeated Big John Studd in 20:07. Big John Studd could not beat the 10 count. Big John Studd's got to leave Impact. Sting 62, Big John 40. He is visibly tiring. The injury he worked through. He's proven in performance. That's fine. I'm going to take a first Cactus Jack. In about that decent wrestling, but Dynamo Cheat, The Undertaker defeated Cactus Jack in 24:49. When Cactus Jack was trapped, he took a crazy bump during the match. Paul Bear did good work at ringside. The Undertaker's getting better. His gimmick now has quality in the colour commentary match. Bruce Cactus Jack 48, Undertaker 41. Cactus Jack and The Undertaker improving in performance, but he also took a crazy bump during the match. But that won't be the first and last time we see that tonight. A 53 C- for Bret Hart versus Brian Pillman. In a battle of superb wrestling and great heat, Bret Hart defeated Brian Pillman in 30 minutes by 2 falls to 1. Bret Hart makes defense number 5 of his Impact World title. Bret Hart took a crazy bump during the match. Brian Pillman 77, Bret Hart 68. No work improvements. The Impact World storyline segment advanced gained heat. That's where we end the show tonight with a 72B frickin' minus. I'm going to be giving it to Brian Pillman. Where's Brian Pillman? I'm going to give it to Brian Pillman. I'm going to give it to Bret Hart, and I'm also going to give some respect to Big John Studd because he did 2 matches, and one of them was he was injured, so he's going to get quite a bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Where is he? Even though he's got to leave us, so we're going to praise, and we're going to compliment him. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you live for the next ever episode of Impact Wrestling, episode number. That'll be episode number 5. The next one, this is episode number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.